Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm. I'm getting ready to mow, and I want to take you guys along with me live. So if you're coming from Facebook, welcome. We are on 3 different channels right now. We're on the Stony Ridge Farmer Facebook channel. We're also on the regular Stony Ridge Farmer YouTube channel, and we're on the Stony Ridge Farmer Extra channel, or the live stream channel. So let's get busy. We're going to get started. About 10 minutes into this, we're going to switch over. We're going to turn off the regular Stony Ridge channel. We're going to put you on the live stream only channel. It's called Stony Ridge Extra. It's where I'm doing live streams 5 to 7 times a week out here on the farm. So if you want to get a little more taste of the farm life, this is it. We're going to have some fun today. All right, sorry, got a phone call. We're going to be working with the big TYM tractor and the Woods batwing mower. I got to pull some pins. We're going to lay this thing down. I'm going to lubricate it real quick, and then we're going to get busy. Who's Puppy? We're going to see him in just a minute. That's Brody. That's a co-star of the show today. So hang tight. We're going to get Brody, and we're going to take him for a mow with us. So it's going to be awesome. Good time. Now, if I can figure out how to pull the pin, I'll be in good shape. There it is. Totally forgot I put these safety pins in here to hold the deck upright. And went to lower the deck. It did not work. And out with that pin. Reinstall it. Okay. So we got to take the deck. This is a batwing mower, Woods batwing mower. We're going to lay it out flat, and I'm going to lubricate all the lubrication points on it real quick. So you kind of just get to watch for a second, and then we're going to hop in and take Brody along with us, and we're going to go right over here, and we're going to start mowing. Awesome. Be right back. Okay. So you're going to see the deck go down right now. And the deck is going down only on one side, as you can clearly see. This thing is gravity. It's ran by gravity, okay? So in other words, I have to kind of give the deck a little tug right now because we're on a hillside. Okay, so let me show you real quick. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I got to give it a little tug, just like that. And now it's ready to come down. That's a perfectly normal thing for a batwing mower like this. Okay. The less complicated that Woods can make this product, the better off we will be, for sure. So this is a big old boy. This is the 15.5. It's a big 15.5-foot wide batwing mower. So awesome. Rick says you lost some weight. Yeah, man. By the way, if you're just now coming in, we are going to switch over to the Stony Ridge live stream channel. Just search Stony Ridge Extra, Stony Ridge Farmer Extra, and you'll find the live stream channel, okay? That's where we're going to be when we come off of this right here. I'll actually go in on the computer and put you guys a link in there, or one of my moderators could do that for me. If I've got any in here, could put a link to the Stony Ridge live stream channel. Let's see if we can get a moderator in here to do that. All right. Now, typically I would not wear rubber gloves doing this, but I'm going to be handling camera equipment and a puppy dog. So we're putting on the rubber gloves right here. And we're going to lubricate all of these PTO shafts right in here. Okay. All right. Not very many lubrication points on this deck. As you can tell, I'm wearing my best farm attire, my flip-flops. Okay, let me just turn the tractor off real quick before we start messing with PTO. There we go. Lessons learned from many old-time farmer. Don't mess with any moving parts on a tractor while it's running. So I almost made a boo-boo. I got to set the example, right? Okay. Just got to find my grease fittings, pop them on here. 2 pumps of grease. we're totally good to go. There's a constant velocity joint or U-joint in each one of these PTO shafts. All I got to do is hook my grease gun up, not over grease it, just 2 pumps, and that gets it. Okay, there we go. Now we got another one right here. Raise this guy up. It's a little toasty out today. It's about 82 degrees here on the farm, here in the north central North Carolina, the foothills of the Blue Ridge. Lubrication is the lifeblood of your machinery, guys, so definitely don't neglect that, or you'll be replacing PTO shafts over and over and over. Be smart. I've never burnt one up, but I'm pretty vigilant about lubricating things appropriately. So you can damage this machine by doing it wrong. Okay. You could hear that little tick, 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 tick. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but the tick, tick, tick that you're hearing is the DEF pump in this machine. There's a pump that empties the DEF system out. Diesel exhaust fluid, DEF. This is a big tractor. This is 110 horsepower. Oh yeah, there it goes. 110 horsepower TYM T1104 in Woods Batwing BW 15.50. Awesome. Oregon, Illinois. If you're a frequent person on the channel, we are going to go to Oregon, Illinois at some point. I just emailed those guys today. Been a busy, busy morning. I'm just now getting out of the office. I've been inside working all day long. When you go out of town, guys, you really you get behind on everything, and I was super behind on all this. So that's it. Always keep a towel and my rubber gloves right here. So, well, it's 92 in Central Texas. It should be hotter in Texas than it is in North Carolina, right? Should be drier too, right? Absolutely. So I always wipe down my tools before I put them up. I say always. I do my best to always wipe down my tools before I put them up. And that way, when I go to grab this grease gun, I don't have to worry about it being all nasty and gross, okay? We'll set this inside the shop. I'm gonna run in, I'm gonna get the puppy dog, and I'm gonna put a link for you guys to the live stream channel, unless I've got a moderator in here that can do that. So let's see if I have a moderator in here yet. My hands are soaking wet. Soaking wet. Plague of Badgers, you're in here, buddy. Hey, Chris, can you post a link, youtube.com/Stony Ridge Farmer Extra, or just go over to the extra channel for me if you think about it. Chris, I'd love it if you'd post that. That'll give everybody a link. You just did it. Thank you. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's it. Stony Ridge Farmer live streams. Cool. Make sure that works for me, buddy. Thank you so much, Chris. Chris, you've been so awesome, man. What a great dude. Chris and Chris. His son's name is Chris. They've come up here and helped me on the farm. What a great guy. What a great community of people we have here. Phone's getting hot, so I'm going to bring you guys right over here, and we're going to go get the puppy dog. So we'll get you in the cab of the tractor. We'll go ahead and get the tractor started up, warmed up. Let me put my grease gun back in the shop. If I don't, and you leave your grease gun out in the hot, hot sun, you're going to have a nasty, runny mess. Absolutely. Nasty, nasty, runny mess. So let's hop up in Big T. Big T, shut up, fool. Got a bed for little Brody back here. There we go. Purring like a kitten. All right. Never fault a guy who uses his cheap grease gun, cheap maintenance, Marty spray. Marty, there is a DeWalt, a $300 DeWalt grease gun in there. And I'll tell you what, I'm a huge fan of DeWalt and DeWalt products, but I'll also tell you this. You use that grease gun and you'll blow out your seals if you put too much grease in it. So don't pick on me, bro. about using an inexpensive grease gun, because all I'm doing is putting grease in it. That's like, I don't know, man. There are Charmin extra soft people, and then there are people that just wipe their butt. Okay? We just wiped our butt. We just got it done, okay? Picking on me, man. That's dirty. Thank you, Dawn. I'm surprised at StonyRidgeYouTube.com. I don't know, Dawn. I don't know if that link will work, buddy. Read it again, says Marty. Hold on, let me read it again. Thought you were picking on me. Never fault a guy who uses a... Yeah. All right. Shame on me. Man, I'm so ready. We're going to talk about this. I'm so ready to defend myself, to be on the defensive all the time. Now, Marty, you understand. A cheap grease gun gets it done just as much as the $300 grease gun in there does. Yeah, it does. And this ain't no Kubota, buddy. It's a TYM. So we have a big old Doosan diesel engine in this thing right here. Great tractor. It's been awesome. I'll tell you this. TYM's been great for the channel. It's been great for the farm. Everything's been awesome. Not a hiccup, nothing, no problems. I mean, I can't say anything. So, Lega Badger says, everyone head over to Stony Ridge Extra live page. Post another link to it, brother, if you want to. We're going to go get the puppy dog. Be right back. Where's Brody boy? Uh-oh, you guys are going to hear me talking sweet puppy talk. I'm an animal lover, you know. Where's little Brody? Hey, buddy. Hey, little Brody. I got my water bottle, and I got to get my little dog. Hey, little friend. Yes, sir. This is your first time. Today is your first time in the tractor, huh? You're a smart, good little boy. Yes. All right. You know, guys, I think having pets like this really, it makes us better people, you know? It does. It really does. So this is Brody. It's going to be loud, buddy, okay? There we go. This is Brody. Brody is a cockapoo. Say hello. He doesn't know to look at the camera yet. And we are going to go right back here on your little towel, and you can hang out with me while I mow. Isn't that going to be fun? I think it's going to be great. All right. So at this point, Josh is doing it right by not using one of those power grease guns. It will blow the seals out. I do love the grease gun that I use. I say love it. I like the power grease gun for certain things. So here's the deal, Marty. Shame on me. Plague of Badgers has a link right there, guys. We are going to go off of the regular Stony. Well, we'll just leave it on the regular Stony Ridge Farm channel for just a minute, I guess. But I want you guys to go over on the live stream channel. I'm trying to build that channel. I'm raising up the mowing decks right now. I'm trying to build that channel so that folks that don't want to see live streams from the farm simply don't have to see it. That's my water. You can't have it, buddy. Have to be careful right here. My septic system runs right under the driveway. This is a heavy, heavy machine. So the total weight of this machine with the mowing deck on it is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 12,500 pounds, something like that. Maybe even 13,500 pounds. So it's heavy. Parkersburg, West Virginia. What about the other two dogs? Well, they don't fit in here as good as little Brody does, okay? I love a lap dog. I just do. Back door. Is the back door closed? Is the back door closed? I guess. Right now, we just jumped off of Starlink, so I've got to make a quick adjustment here. And we went off Starlink internet, and we're going to go on to regular internet. Say goodbye if you're on the regular Stony Ridge Farm channel, and come on over to the Stony Ridge live stream channel. It's Stony Ridge Farmer live streams, okay? We're going to exit out of here, and we're going to get rid of our Starlink real quick, okay? High definition. Alrighty. Well, maybe we will. I don't know if we can do that or not. I went into more. I went into settings. And I'm going into settings. I don't know if I can do that or not. I think we're just stuck on the live stream altogether. Nice. Broadcast info. Broadcast info. There we go. All right. Good deal. You know what? I think we're just going to stay right here just the way we are. And we're going to get off Starlink Internet. Hang on. There we go. And now we got Brody and me, and we're going to go for a ride. You ready, buddy? All right. So this tractor has 16 forward gears and 16 reverse gears. There's a lot of gears going on right here, guys. Absolutely. We're right here beside the house. And this field, I left the farm for about 4 days, and I think the grass is going to carry the fields away. The grass is going to carry the farm away. I'm dropping the batwing. You can see it going down behind us. Okay, want to make sure everything's nice and level. All right. Now, we're going to bring our RPMs up to about 1750, and we're going to engage our PTO. Okay. And we're going to go in, we are in we're in medium range. First gear. Mowing deck is spinning. Do you guys feel the tractor shake? The tractor and the mower will only compact the top 6 to 8 inches of dry soil at best. And you probably, okay, yeah. I'm with you, brother. However, I still am not going to drive a 10,000 pound piece of machinery or 12,000 pound piece of machinery over top of my septic system if I can help it, if you get my drift. So if everybody's missing the little puppy, this is Brody. And Brody is going to join us for mowing today. Awesome. He's new to the farm as well as his owner, and his owner is a sweetheart too. So almost as sweet as he is. Maybe not quite as sweet. All right, I'm in the driveway, so I need to get out of the drive. There we go. This mowing deck does a fantastic job, guys, but it is way out off the side of the tractor, okay? So I've got to keep my eyes peeled on this. I'm looking in this mirror, and this mirror, and this mirror, and looking in here and talking to you guys. So I didn't hear where you got your puppy at. So this is the young lady that I'm dating's puppy. I am dog sitting today. And I think he seems pretty at home right here in the tractor. He got his own little bed in the sunshine. Got the air conditioning. audio should be back now. Sorry about that. Nothing is perfect. No system's perfect. I think I did this before, and I think being in my shirt like that messes it up, so we'll try it on the pocket. So with the batwing mower, frequently what I'll do is I'll go around the outside edge of this field with the smaller mower and mow the edge, and then I'll hop on the batwing and do the rest. But today, we're just on the batwing, so we'll go back after the fact and dress up the edges. But this thing is super maneuverable, pretty easy to use. Now I'm within 2 feet of that utility pole we were just talking about. Swinging another left turn, we're gonna see hay bales right here. These are the hay bales right off to the side there for the winter time for the cows. Lots of questions and comments about me not baling hay, just like mowing this. You know, why am I not baling it for hay? Well, the simple fact is we have no topsoil here on the Stony Ridge farm. We're building topsoil. So even just mowing like this, the debris that falls down from mowing is helping to build topsoil here on the Stony Ridge farm. This pasture that we're in right now is not fenced for cattle. If it was fenced, then we would have ran the cattle through here instead of mowing. Both fields that I'm mowing today are not fenced for cattle. So we're on a regenerative farm here in North Carolina. So have we gotten any rain? We haven't had any rain in quite some time. Just now joining us, our puppy dog is Brody. And Brody's doing good. You having fun, bud? He was nervous. He was shaky. He was kind of shivering, like what we call in the South like a dog eating sour persimmons. He was a little bit nervous at first, but now he's doing great. You're the star of the show, bud. Did you know that? Always wanted, and my girlfriend here doesn't know this. She thinks that I might not like the dog because it's a little rat dog. I pick on her and say, that's a rat dog. Ain't no use for nothing, right? You're not a rat dog. You're a good dog. I love a little dog. I really do. So I got the dog. Somebody just asked, Antonio asked me when I got the dog. I got the dog when I got the girlfriend. So, very cool. Now I'm getting ready to hopefully not hit any rocks. There's a trench. I'm getting ready to run over a trench. The Spectrum cable people, we're getting better internet here on the farm, guys. And I want your opinions. I'm getting ready to embark upon a journey where you guys can watch the farm from afar. You can watch it all the time. So there'll always be Stony Ridge Farmer streaming where you can go watch the cows and stuff like that. Is that something that you guys might be interested in? It's going to be a little pricey for me to get set up, but I think it would be neat to be able to share the farm with you guys just all the time. What we would do is you just have it costs me money to keep it up, so we would have a subscription service, and you guys would just be able to get your farm on every day. Very sharp turn right here. Let me know what you think. If you like that idea or not, that would be directly on my website, stonyridgefarmer.com. I think it would be a great idea. I really do. I had this idea a long time ago. I didn't have enough internet. Yeah, the Truman Show. I didn't have enough internet to support it, and now I'm getting ready to have enough internet bandwidth to support that. So we'll have about 4 or 5 cameras running all the time, and you guys can just watch. It'd be kind of like watching, kind of like the cameras that they use for traffic cams, okay? Except for it to be farm cam. Will be able to select the camera view. Yeah, Michael. Yep. You won't be able to move the camera, but you'll be able to select what the view is. What do you think, buddy? What do you think? I can pet you and love on you now. Yeah, you were so nervous. He was so nervous. He was shaking just a minute ago, guys. I don't know if you saw that. Not interested, says Berlin. But just like it was. Okay. Good deal. Well, there's one thing for certain in this world. Aside from me missing a big spot right here with the mower. There's one thing for certain in this world is that change is always certain. Things are always gonna be changing. So hopefully they're always changing for the better. Just trying to make sure my deck is nice and level right here as I ride through. So fix the camera on the top of the water trough. Turn it every time you move as well. Yeah, we'll have a camera out on the pasture and you guys will just be able to look out on the pasture. So lots of ideas and I want your feedback for sure. So thank you. I thought you walked around naked after dark. That's funny. Yeah, I don't want my cows to get PTSD. Oh man. So I've got a backup right here. I got fussed at last time I did a live stream, and I did it while I was mowing this field. We didn't have little Brody with us, but I mowed this field last time, and I have to back up right here. There's no other way. This is a pinpoint sharp corner. So either I come down here and hit this with a lawnmower, or I back up. And I'm sorry, if you don't like backing up, then you better not buy a farm. Okay, there we go. If you don't like backing up, don't buy a farm because you're going to be backing up. And you're going to be looking back over your shoulder. When I first started farming here, I first started mowing, I had a Woods BB72, which is a 6-foot mower. And it's a 72X extreme duty mower. When I first started mowing here, it would take me literally all summer long to mow everything. So this field right here, which is going to take me about 25 to 35 minutes to mow, it would take me, well, an acre an hour pretty much. Just over an acre an hour, maybe like 1.2 acres per hour with a 6-foot cutter and getting a good cut, going slow enough. This right here cuts my mowing time into a third of what it used to be. So super happy with it. What I'm getting at is having the right machinery really, really counts on your property. So tomorrow is National Cheeseburger Day. Woo-hoo, that sounds pretty good. I might have to take out some burger meat. That's all I have left of the cow I processed last year. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna up the speed just a little bit. Okay, I said 16 forward gears and 16 reverse gears, but it's 32 forward gears and 32 reverse gears. What about the dog pee moment in the TYM? You're not gonna pee here, are you? We made sure we went pee-pee and poopy before we got up here. I think he likes his little spot right here. He is known for getting car sick, so no, you need to stay there. So stick around, we may get puked on by a dog. Which wouldn't be my favorite thing. Now, you guys can see how quiet it is in the cab of this tractor, man. I can't say how impressed I am. We've got a lot of great content coming out on the channel here over the next few weeks. Just for everybody's knowledge, I'm doing some traveling. I just got back from Minnesota, so I went up to Minnesota and visited Stanley the Dirt Monkey, and we went to the Toro headquarters and visited Toro mowers and got to see some awesome new commercial mowers. Next week, and again, I have somebody here, so in case you're wondering, there's somebody who will be here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But I have a farm sitter. Anyway, we're going to Montana. I'm going to Montana for a few days and then circling back through, and we're going to visit with Mike and Aaron from Our Wyoming Life. So we're going to make a circle and go down through Wyoming. We're also going to stop and see the Welker Farm boys. Welker Farms there in Montana. So what a fantastic time. The event that I'm going to is hosted by Honda Power Sports. And I don't know, I guess I can spoil this. I hope I can. Got a pole here. I want to be careful, very, very careful. We're within 1 foot of that pole. It's pretty good. So anyway, the event is hosted by Honda Power Sports, and we're going to be trying out the new Honda Pioneer 1000. That's going to be really fun. Now, I know I didn't leave a Gatorade bottle right there, but I know who did. And the Spectrum Wireless contractor that I had here on the farm did a very poor job. Period, point blank. The guys were nice enough, but I've got a ditch this deep over here where they trenched it out. And instead of covering the trench up properly with the proper machine, they used a little ditch witch, and then they went in with a rake and raked it in. And I've got holes all over the place over here where those guys did their job. Right back there was a Gatorade bottle that those guys left. There's no excuse for that. If you're going to be a contractor, you need to do a good job. And, you know, I don't understand that. If you hire a fence crew to come to your house or your farm to build a fence, you shouldn't have to pick up after them, okay? Same thing goes with a contractor out here to dig. You shouldn't have to pick up after them. That's a shame. I come to your house, and I've had my own, before I was a nurse, I had my own construction business, small construction business. And I didn't leave trash. That's just part of being a professional. You don't leave garbage on somebody's property. What do you guys think about that? I think that's just common courtesy, common decency, isn't it? Are you going to get... I'm trying to read this. Are you going to get to drive one of the big buds? I don't know what a big bud is. We are not done. We'll be back to pick up some trash. Sorry, Stoney. Yeah, it's okay. I'll have to pick that up. I just mowed over it. It's in 1,000 pieces right now. So, I don't know, man. If you're really one of the guys that was out here, the trench is done. From the pole to the pedestal, the trench is done. It's not done to the house yet. But, yeah, don't leave trash. When you get done with a job, walk the job and make sure there's no trash. What you want, bud? I don't know, man. I think maybe this world is lacking in people that will speak up for that kind of thing, but I do speak up for that kind of thing. And I'm not trashing you. I don't know what your company name is or anything like that, but, you know, if you leave a mess, if you do a good job, expect to be rewarded. And if you leave a mess for somebody, expect it to be spoken about. What's the saying? If you do a good job, 5 people hear about it. If you do a bad job, 500 people hear about it. Big Bud. Oh, Big Bud, the Welker Farm. Yeah, the big tractor. I don't know. That thing has its own following. That is a big old machine. I don't know if they got rid of it. So I called Nick with Welker Farms, and I said, Nick, if you guys watch Welker Farms, if you don't watch them, go over there and tell them Stony Ridge Farmer sent you. They're great people, a great family channel. And Nick is kind of the guy that runs the channel, him, his dad, and his brother. And I told Nick, I said, look, man, we're gonna get us a challenge going here. I'm gonna arm wrestle leg arms. Nick's brother, they call him leg arms because his arms are as big as his legs. He's a big old muscly dude. So let me know if you guys would like to see that. Go over there to the Welker Farms and let's mess with them. Say, ask them if they're gonna if Leg Arms is gonna arm wrestle Stony Ridge Farmer. Some people think arm wrestling is like a competition of manhood. To me, it's just arm wrestling. It's just fun. But I tell you, if you want to get in a bar fight, start arm wrestling people. That'll get you in a bar fight quicker than anything. I just think it's fun. I enjoy it, but I win. So I've got lever. I'm 6'5". I don't have gigantic Arnold Schwarzenegger arms, but I have leverage where a lot of people don't. So somebody says the trash. Hang on. The trash is so bad along our highways in the U.S. It's so sad. It is so sad. 95 watching this live stream on to the other. Awesome. If you're watching on the regular Stony Ridge Farm channel, please go over to the live stream. Stony Ridge Farmer live streams. It's also called Stony Ridge Farmer Extra because we're going to do more than live streams over there. We're going to give you more farm tidbits over there than we've been giving you. And I think we'll quickly have 100,000 followers. We've already got about 1,500 followers over there. I think we'll quickly jump to 100,000 followers over there and just have another great channel where I can share this farm life with you. Soon you guys will meet the young lady that I am dating. Don't spoil it. I know some of you guys already know, so don't spoil it. Right, little buddy? Soon you'll meet her. She'll be pulling in the driveway any second. Any second now. I should. If she pulls in the driveway while we're on live stream, here's a good reason to stick around. If she pulls in the driveway while we're here on live stream, we will get out of the tractor and go see her. Okay? And you guys you'll get the first shot of the young lady that I'm dating. We're almost done. This is 2.5 to 3.5 acres, something like that. I need to get on the GIS website and map this out, but we're just about done with this pasture. I will say 110 horsepower tractor will drink some fuel. Jeffrey says, who's puppy? This is the young lady that I'm dating. I'm dog sitting today. And I thought, Brody would love to go for a ride. And this is little Brody. I thought Brody would love to go for a ride on the tractor. He's doing great. Got him a little bed. Nice roomy cab. Forgot running 2 channels now, Sunshine. So I've gotten actually 4 channels. There's a couple ideas that I had. I'm an automotive enthusiast, okay? There's another idea that I have, and this is kind of going to go along with the Plague of Badgers other channel. And Chris, you can give it a shout out if you like. Working on vehicles. That's what. We're this far from the guy wire. Hang on. That's what Plague of Badgers other channel is. You can give it a shout out, brother. Just tell us who it is, what it is. But it's called Rad and Roached Rides. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go all throughout the country, and we're just going to go to junkyards, and we're going to go out. We've got around here in the South, there are cars everywhere in the woods. The first place we're going to visit is an abandoned moonshiner's junkyard. I got to raise the deck here. I know we're going to hit rock. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, just barely skimmed it. I don't know. Let me know. I'm a car guy, and I always, I see old cars back up in the woods, and I think, man, I wonder what that car's story is. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna see these cars, and we're gonna tell the story of the old abandoned car or tractor or whatever that might be up in the woods. So what we got? Shaw's prospecting. Oh, that would be sweet. I think it would be pretty cool. I think it'd be way cool. Okay, we gotta back up again. This thing is around 35 to 40 feet long. So it is a bear to turn around. Like I said, it's around 35 to 40 feet long. I'll be out here mowing until probably dark. What time we got now? It's about 5 o'clock. So yeah, I'll be out here mowing for just a few more hours. It's what it takes, man. It's what it takes to keep your place pretty. All right, don't hit the truck. You guys will see the dump truck right here beside us as we go around here in a second. This is Mater the dump truck. We got Mater and Tater, and I actually sold Tater to a good friend of mine. Gave him a great deal on it. I think he knows I gave him a great deal on it. Woo, we're close. Oh man, we're within 2 inches of that truck. Anyway, I just didn't need a dump truck that was that big. So we've got the little dump truck, the Warlock dump truck. That'll be a video that comes out later this week. And introduce you guys to the Warlock. We're going to pass by it here in just a second. It's an old Home Depot rental dump truck. But it looks like a war machine. Like, it's all tough and gnarly. My granny is upset that... My granny is upset that you just stated you're dating. Oh, that's funny. Well, probably, I don't know, man. People my age are grandparents now. It's so hard to believe, man. Time just, you guys know, time just gets away from you. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to believe. I'm just turned 45 years old. I've been up here on this piece of property for about 7 years now, and man, we've taken it from zero to hero, but it's just hard to believe, man. You just blink, and any of you guys that are in your 20s, guys, enjoy yourself, please. Enjoy your lives. Life is way too short. If you're unhappy, find a way to be happy. Life's just way too short. So it seems like yesterday that, I was in the Air Force and trying to live my best life there, and I started my first business when I was 21 years old. It just seems like yesterday, and that was a long time ago, man. 21 years old, so it was 24 years ago. And again, maybe I've got a memory like an elephant, or maybe everybody remembers stuff like this, but it just seems like yesterday. I will say this, I do not drink as much beer as I drank when I was in the Air Force. I think I had 2 jobs in the Air Force. I was an electrician and a professional beer drinker. And I DJ'd. So I DJ'd at night, DJ'd karaoke. It was called Josh's Buck Naked Karaoke Show. And no, we had our clothes on. I want that pup, says Donna. Yep. He's doing great, aren't you, buddy? You got to hold on tight. We don't want him to fall. I know that my girlfriend is watching right now, and she's probably thinking, oh, how sweet. They bonded. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm 47 and have a grandson. Yeah, a lot of my friends I went to high school with have grandkids. I don't even have kids. I'm just a big kid myself. So anyway, as we were talking, let's get back on topic here. Honda is having an event, and it's going to be me and several other creators. You guys will get to meet those creators. I plan on collaborating with them and introducing you to all those other folks. Some folks are in the world of tools. Some folks are in the world of farming, and some folks are in the world of side-by-sides and homesteading. One of the biggest homesteading channels that I know of is going to be there, and I'm pretty excited to meet them. So that'll be really, really cool. It's hard for me to read. It's hard for me to read and mow and bounce at the same time. In case you guys don't know, this is an air ride seat. So I'm pumping it up right now. We'll pump it way up and then I'll let it back down. You guys can see how high it'll sit me up in the cab. I'm just going up, 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 up. Okay. Scare you, buddy? Sorry. That's the air seat that's in this thing. It's an air ride. There's a little pump under the seat that pumps up a shock. Makes this thing super comfortable. Again, if you're just joining us, we are with little Brody. Brody is a cockapoo, I think a cockapoo, Cocker Spaniel Poodle. I'm hearing a noise. Everything's okay. And he's my girlfriend's dog, and I'm dog sitting today, so I figured I'd take him along with us. Never realized your age. I'm 74 years old. It just doesn't seem possible. It really doesn't, man. It really doesn't. Hopefully, as we get older, we get wiser, and with men, evidently, we get grumpier. Any of you guys figured out that you just, as you get older as a man, you become a grumpier person? Does that happen to any of you guys? Or how many of you ladies are married to a grumpy old man? Old grumpers. Guessing your ex-wife will like your new girlfriend, says Greg. That doesn't matter so much, does it? So here's something that I've learned, and you guys can take this to the bank with you. When you're running a big mowing deck like this, there's no use in trying to get every tiny little piece of grass at the end of the field when you got to make a circle and turn around. And we're constantly turning right here in this smaller field. Eventually, you will get it. In other words, if you leave a strip of grass this wide, don't worry about it, because the next time you come around and turn around, you'll catch it. All right? And that's what we're getting ready to do here. This is the Warlock dump truck right here. That's the Warlock. We're going to be doing a video on that. I'll probably film that tomorrow, so you guys will have that video next week. Awesome. What we got going here? I can see my deck touching the ground there a little bit. You have to be careful and not drag the ground with your mowing deck. We want a straight, nice, even, pretty cut. I'm 63. It happens I can be... I'm single. I'm just reading your comments. All right, I got to stop. I got to stop and read. My first dog was a cockapoo. Haven't seen any in a few decades. I'm 63 and happy as I can be. Awesome. Single. Grumpy or happy, it's by choice. 79. I wake up in the morning and decide I'm going to have a great day. Exactly. Hey, Bill from Seattle. Good to have you here, brother. Bill, let us know. I hear there's like a mass exodus. Everybody's leaving Seattle area. There used to be everybody wanted to live in Seattle, and now it seems that people are leaving Seattle. Got a good friend. He has a great channel. It's called That Fix It Guy. His name is Brian. I was in the Air Force with him. I was an electrician. He was a plumber. I think he's even considering leaving the Seattle area. So, I've been to Seattle probably 8 times in my life. I live here in North Carolina. I like the music history, the grunge history. You know, I grew up a child of the 90s, a teenager in the 90s. So it was all about that alternative rock and grunge type music. Like Nirvana and Silverchair and all those bands. Candlebox, one of my favorite bands. Seen them several times. But it seems as though things have changed in that area of the country, in that part of the country. Okay. You guys can see I'm just constantly working and turning and working and turning. This is why a farmer would make a great NASCAR race car driver, any kind of race car driver, because they're so used to always looking at every little thing that's moving. I mean, there's so many moving parts. I could not do this when I first got on this mower. There's no way that I could have just hopped in and went live with you guys, because it's just an absolute information overload as things are coming at you all the time. Here's that rock again. So there was a giant oak tree right here when I bought the property, and that giant oak tree blew over in a hurricane that we had here in North Carolina while I was gone in 2018 when I drove across the country. That was the first time I went and saw Mike and Aaron from Our Wyoming Life, and I'm super excited to see those guys again. They have a very successful farming operation. I'll say this before Stony Ridge Farmer beef is available for you guys, and it will be available next year. Before I can get that beef available to you, check out Mike and Aaron from Our Wyoming Life. They are selling beef right off of the farm, and I know those guys really care about food and about the quality. Great people. Tell them old Stony Ridge sent you over there. 80s metal is way better, says Patriot Rep. That's funny. I guess, I'm on the cusp there, man, of Guns N' Roses. I like a good rock ballad, I'll tell you that. And I like listening to country music. And I just like all kinds of music. I DJ'd for almost 10 years, so a little back history. A little bit of everything here in my pocket as Josh, the Stony Ridge Farmer. I don't know. I need to tell you guys the story. I don't know if you guys know the story of how all this came about and why I'm sitting in this tractor right now talking to you. Back in about 2008, I started, first of all, I was playing in a band in 2008, and I got to thinking about honeybees, and I saw a few documentaries on honeybees and how honeybees were disappearing, and I thought to myself, well, what can I do to help to bring the honeybee population back? And that's why I'm here. That's what started all of this. So I started researching honeybees and beekeeping, and I went to my county extension office and I took a beekeeping course. It was like a 6-week course every Thursday, and a bunch of really awesome, like-minded people all got together, and we learned how to keep bees. So I got my first 2 stands of bees in about 2008. So I've been keeping bees now for 14 years. And with that first stand of bees, I thought, well, why not plant a garden? Somebody is here. Oh, my neighbor's here with the Toro mower. So anyway, I thought, why not plant a garden? So I planted a big garden. I bought a house. I planted a big garden. I started a vegetable stand right in town. So I had 13 stands of honeybees and an urban farm right in town. And I started having the dream of owning some land and building a farm. And you're seeing that dream right now. I had no idea I'd be raising cattle. I thought I'd be raising vegetables and taking them to the farmer's market. But when it comes down to it, I just don't have time to go sit at the farmer's market all day and sell squash, if you get my drift. Just got too much going on building this place. So I also, at that time, started researching regenerative farming and was introduced to Polyface Farm. And if you guys have ever heard of Polyface Farm, that's Joel Salatin's farm. Joel Salatin is a well-known and well-respected fella in the farming community, in the regenerative farming community. And he's kind of one of the pioneers of this intensive mob grazing that we're doing on the farm here. So I started following what Joel was doing, and lo and behold, like 5 years later, pinch me, I say 10 years later, after I just was watching this guy on the internet, 10 years later, I'm sitting on a stage beside him at the Homesteaders of America conference up in Swope, Virginia. Not Swope. Swope is where Polyface is, up in near Harrisonburg, Virginia, I think. And I'm sitting right beside him, in a chair right beside the guy that was my hero, the guy that I watched so much. And if you haven't seen any of the videos that we've done on Polyface Farm, I think the title to the video is "Why Isn't Everyone Farming Like This?" And the dude's got 60 years on me. So his family farm, they've got 60 years on me. We're on an accelerated farm building program here. But man, what a flattering proposition to meet your heroes, guys. Just to meet your heroes, and not only meet your heroes, but be part of that hero. You know, being a hero to some people who dream of what I'm doing. It's just such a wonderful life and such a special time. It brings a tear to my eyes. It's just pinched me. It's so hard to believe that just 10 years ago, I was watching YouTube videos with Joel Salatin and Polyface Farm and learning about regenerative farming, and now I'm here with you guys doing it. It's just so awesome. So awesome. Yep. So we're just about done with this little section. I've got one little strip here. My neighbor has my Toro mower. His lawnmower broke down. He's about 2 houses down. His lawnmower broke down, and he's bringing it back. Hopefully he doesn't put it in the shed, because I got to mow the yard tomorrow. That's what good people do. It's what good neighbors do, is they care for one another. When he called me and said, "Hey Josh, you know, my mower, the wheel fell off my mower, and I don't have a way of mowing my yard," I just said, "Come and get it, man. It's yours. What's mine's yours. Just come and get it." I know he'll take care of it. One day I'll need him, and he'll be there for me too. So I think we've gotten away from that a whole lot in our country, is loving our neighbors and caring for our neighbors. So it's something super special. Rob is a new channel member. Rob Evans, thank you so much, brother. Thank you. One of the very few channel members that we have here. I don't like to push that on people, because I'm not here to beg you for money. And if you want to support the farm, support this dream, and you enjoy this content and you can appreciate it, then become a channel member or throw out a super chat. But it's up to you. And if you can't afford it, don't do it. Please don't put yourself in a bind. But it's $5 a month. There's different levels of channel member you can be. But thank you. I just thank you. Again, if you do it on live stream, Rob Evans, thank you. If you do it on live stream, you get recognized right here in front of everybody. So, super cool. All right, we're going to speed up a little bit. I've got one little strip right here. We're just seem like we're going around in circles, doesn't it? My neighbor will be coming back by. I'm trying to procrastinate a little bit so I can ride by him and shake his hand and thank him. Really, really nice young guy. He's in his 20s, getting ready to get married. And he's the fellow that I bought the Mustang from. The Mustang, that's the old Mustang Fox body we've got up here. And I also bought the dump truck that you guys saw, the Warlock dump truck. And I also bought the Band-Aid Trans Am from him. So he's my car guy. Ryan, your comment's so long here. Let me just stop and read it real quick, buddy. Ryan says, if you have hundreds of acres of mature pecan orchards irrigated and producing, what else can that be used for? I don't know, man. What's the fuel cost per week on a big tractor like that? Well, I don't run it all day every week. I'll say we run about 8 hours in this tractor. We run for 8 hours, and I'll burn, changing gears, I'll burn about 20 gallons of fuel in 8 hours, in an 8-hour day. So it's, pretty comparable to a diesel truck. So maybe a little bit less fuel consumption. It's not this isn't a fuel sipper. The fuel sippers are the smaller TYM tractors. They just barely sip any fuel. The fuel tank on the TYM T254, and it's a 25 horsepower machine. The fuel tank's only like 5 gallons on that thing, and I can run it for it seems like forever. Basically, the fuel tank on your tractor is pretty much designed to run without you having to fill it up for an 8 to 12 hour day. So that's it. All right. Almost done, and I'm hoping. There he is. I'm gonna hop out right here real quick. I don't want to hop out in the tall grass. I've got my my hippie sandals on. So you guys are gonna have to watch Brody for me real quick while I hop out of the tractor. Let me toot the horn at him. I guess he's coming down. Come on down, buddy. I think, Brody, you gonna be cool right here? Is everything gonna be all right? You gonna, I know you want to jump out with me, don't you, bud? You can't go with me. You can say hey to everybody up here, though. I put everything on pallets to keep it off the dirt. Okay. Best attachment I've found helpful is fort attachment. I use it to move, like a pallet fork. Yep. He's probably calling me right now, guys, and I can't answer the phone. We'll turn the PTO off on the tractor. I see him sitting up there. His truck's running. Let's back the RPMs down on this. Are you going to be a good boy? I see it. You're shivering, man. Is it cold? Are you cold? I'll take the air off of you. I'm sorry. I don't want you to shiver. Here we go. Looking forward to meeting your girlfriend. I don't know if she'll be here or not. I'm going to toot the horn again. I see him. I'm just going to hop out. You guys watch Brody, okay? I don't think he knows I'm live. Brody, stay. Be good boy. Sit. Very good. Shake. Aw. I'll turn the air down a little bit, buddy, so that you don't freeze to death. He's a little nervous. He gets nervous. Let me go out here and wave the neighbor down real quick. Stay. You stay, okay? You guys watch Brody, okay? See if he gets into something. Stay. Stay. You stay. I'll be right back, buddy. I turned my mic off for a second. Yeah, I got a new Poochie in the tractor there. That's the girlfriend's Poochie. We'll be over in a little bit. See you, man. All right. Stay, little friend. All right. Well, did he behave, guys? From on-road, you guys are talking about on-road and off-road. Brody, you did so good. I'm so proud of you. Got some conversations. What's that rat doing in your tractor? $100 a day, and the fuel at those prices is pretty expensive. Well, let's just think about that, man. So if you're out here running a tractor like this, we're going to bring our RPMs up and turn this thing back on. So if you're out here running a tractor like this and you got a 15-foot batwing mower, you're making $2,000 a day on this tractor, okay? So, you know, not only is this a machine, and I do some side work sometimes, so not only is this a machine that helps me run my farm, it's also a machine that if all else fails, I can earn a living on it. The same can be said with the sawmill, the Wood-Mizer sawmill. And the Wood-Mizer sawmill is sitting right up here. It was a source of tension in my marriage. I'll tell you that. I have a business here, and I run a business, and it was a business decision to buy that Wood-Mizer sawmill. It provides us with lumber for the farm, and I'll never go hungry if I own a Wood-Mizer. And that's something that everybody needs to know. You'll never go hungry if you own a tractor and you can get out and do tractor work. You'll never not be able to pay the bills as long as your tractor's working, and you'll never go hungry if you have a sawmill, because there's always people needing something sawing. So my father was a very intuitive man. He still is a very intuitive man. And early on in my youth, my dad taught me the value of having skills like this. And this is a life skill, man. Running that sawmill, owning that sawmill is a life skill. Dad told me, he said, son, you're not college material. Now, that's a pretty crappy thing to say to your kid. It is. But we talked about it a few weeks ago. We're sitting on his back porch just drinking a good old cold adult beverage. And we talked about it. And the dog is panting now. We talked about it. And I said, man, he said, you know why I told you that? And I didn't even ask him. He just started talking about it. He doesn't watch a YouTube channel. He doesn't know how to use the internet so good. But he said, you know why I told you weren't college material? And I said, no. And that seems like a pretty bad thing to say to your son. And he said, you think you were at that time? No, I wasn't. I was very immature. I was a troublemaker in school. I was an instigator more than a troublemaker, I guess. And I wasn't mature enough to go to college on my own. I would have been kicked out. And my dad was kicked out of college. So my dad did the first semester of school, and he was kicked out of college. Back in, I guess it was Dad graduated in 1972. So, yeah, he was kicked out of college. And he knew more than I knew, and we need to listen to our elders, guys. He knew more than I knew that I was not ready for that. I was not ready for that life change. I was not ready for that lifestyle. And I applaud him for telling me that. That's hard knocks right there. But Dad told me, and I went to college, and I'm just short of a master's degree in college. It doesn't make me any better than anybody. I had to grow up first, and a lot of people need to grow up first. I learned a trade. Dad told me, learn how to do plumbing, learn how to do electrical, learn how to weld, learn carpentry, and you will never go hungry. And that's the truth. There's so much out here, guys, so much opportunity out here for young people, and they ignore it by pushing buttons. Well, the world's got plenty of button pushers, let me tell you. But the world doesn't have plenty of carpenters, plenty of electricians, plenty of heating and air guys, and plenty of plumbers. I mean, we need those people. So we had a discussion about college the other day and about education. And I think people took it the wrong way. What I'm talking about when I say education in college includes trades. It includes the trades for sure. You've got to learn a trade and a skill. You can't just go out here and think that your McJob is going to be a career. And I say McJob because, you know, when anybody says something about a bad job or the worst job ever, they always say, why you work at McDonald's? Well, I worked at fast food. I worked at Hardee's when I was a young man. I worked at Lowe's Home Improvement. And from the time I turned 16, I turned 16 on a Thursday. On Thursday night, my car broke down, and I had to leave it overnight. I came back and had a busted windshield. Somebody busted the windshield out of it. At age 16, I turned 16 on Thursday, and I started working my first job on Monday morning, 10-hour days in a factory. It was our family factory. So I've been in the lumber and furniture industry since I was able to work. Our family factory, which is now closed, we employed a lot of low-skilled labor type folks. We had a lot of ex-convicts that worked for us. And I learned at a very young age about the value of a dollar. And I also learned a whole lot about the value of really hard work. And I learned what I didn't want to do for the rest of my life. And that was working a factory stacking sticks. You know, I can remember 10 hours a day stacking sticks. Dad put me on the worst jobs in the whole factory, feeding a planer, a huge planer, planing lumber. And then I learned how to grade lumber. So I've got a lumber background. I've got wood in my blood. And along with that, I've got all sorts of other skills that I learned along the way. So that being said, the value of education, we've got enough button pushers. We need educated young people. We need people with ambition, and we need people in the trades to learn trades and to help us build this country. So I don't know, man. I just suck at bricklaying, says Kevin. I haven't learned how to lay brick yet. That would be pretty cool. That's awesome. I think this is a great discussion. We've got my partner. Hold on. Let me get her to park where I need her to park. She's backing out. All right, Brody has to stay. Actually, we might get Brody. Do you want to ride with me or do you want to go with her? I think he wants to go with her. Let me back the throttle off. You stay for a second. You guys are getting ready to meet the young lady I'm dating. We'll get her to park right there. She's probably listening. Are you listening to the live stream? Ooh, she's not listening. All right. Are you ready to meet everybody?
Are you live?
Yeah, you're not listening? I thought you'd be listening. All right. I've got Brody. You didn't know? I've got Brody in the tractor. We've been doing a live together.
Oh, do you really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm going to play into the tractor.
Say hello.
Hi, everybody.
More to come. There's more to come.
Have a good evening.
I'm sure Brody would probably appreciate a ride with you, so I'm going to get him and bring him to you. All right. Now, you guys tell me who that was. All right, Brody boy. Hey, Brody boy. Come on. Come on, let's go. Let's go, little friend. There you go, little buddy. Oh, we got dog cam. I'll bring him to you. We got doggy cam. Here you go.
Come here.
You don't know what to
Good
think.
see you too. Hey, good evening, everyone. Oh,
All right.
sweet little boy.
I'm going to finish mowing. We're going to go see the neighbor in just a little bit, too. I got to run over there.
Sounds good.
We'll just eat leftovers for supper.
Sounds good.
All right. All right. Well, you got your little bit of drama right there. There's going to be some comments coming flying right now. All right, let me get a safe distance away from her and the 4Runner. By the way, you guys saw the 4Runner? I surprised her with that 4Runner. That was what she always wanted. And I snuck out and I traded in. I had a Mercedes Sprinter van, and Mercedes don't think nice. It was a utility van. And I snuck out and traded the van in. I pretended like it was in for service. And I snuck that thing home and I hid it up in the bushes. And I woke up one morning and I told her, somebody, who hit your car? What's wrong? Who hit your truck? And she's like, what? Somebody hit your truck. There's a big dent in the side of it, or it's missing some. I don't know. Something's wrong with it. So she went outside, and I had a big bow, and that thing was sitting in the driveway up there beside the house. I put a big bow on the roof of it and gave her that 4Runner. So, yeah, it was pretty nice. The chicken lady, somebody says. Knew it. So, in case you guys don't know, that is my, you're going to laugh, that's my girlfriend and my ex-wife. It is what it is. I love her. I care deeply for her. We had some very bad problems in our marriage. We were not very good to each other for quite some time. And we broke up 8 times. 8 times she moved completely out of the home and moved back in, and then left again and moved back in and left again and moved back in, over and over and over again, guys. It was the worst experience in my entire life. It was just super horrible. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. There were problems in our marriage that I can't really talk about too much, and I'm not going to talk about too much on social media. But the biggest thing is that we weren't being very kind to each other, and we just had issues with being good to each other, and we stopped being good to one another for a long time. It was the wrong way to live, and it was a very toxic relationship. I wasn't happy. She wasn't happy. And I ultimately made the decision to say, this is it. This is over. I can't take it anymore. I'm hurting inside. I'm hurting outside. My health was suffering, and we split up. We were apart for an entire year. And she started going to church with my neighbors up here. She started going to church with them, and I just flat out asked my neighbor, and they didn't want to get involved in this at all. I just flat out asked him, and I respect him. You guys have seen him on the channel. His name is Tony. I respect his opinion. I respect what he thinks. And I said, Tony, do you think I should give her another chance? Do you think I should give this marriage another chance? And he said, basically, I think you can, I think you should, but I think you got to start it off fresh. And you've got to start off fresh and realize that you're not her daddy, and you can't treat her like you are her daddy. You have to let her make her own mistakes. You have to be smart and kind and patient. And I think all the things that we do in our lives really teach us so much. And I learned a whole lot from that ordeal. Back up here and we'll talk more. Oh, I got to get that mowing deck over, and I do not want to get out of this tractor. So we're going to figure out how to get that mowing deck to fall over real quick. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Just one good bounce is all I need. There it is. See it falling down? So anyway, life's too short to live a miserable existence, and I was living a miserable existence. So we both had time to think. We both had time to grow as people. We both had time to know. We already knew we loved each other. That beep is so annoying. We already knew we loved each other. But what we didn't know is how we could live together and love each other. And I have to put myself in check sometimes. I'm a very regimented kind of guy. I want things done right. I want things done my way, which, you know, with every man, that's always right? Sometimes I just have to put myself in check. So I don't blame her. I don't blame me. I blame both of us as a team. When the team's not working together, the marriage fails. And that's what happened. So where does this go from here with my personal life and my marriage? And I don't know if you guys are interested in this or not. But where does it go? I don't know. I hope it goes to a good place, and I hope it stays in a good place. It's in a good place now. Will we remarry? I don't know. We're just in the new. It's all new. We're in the first phases of our relationship. So that's it. So you guys got to meet Mrs. Stony Ridge again. So I know. Do not email me. Okay, please do not email me. If you email me about this, I will ignore your email. I won't return it, okay? So please don't email me, and I don't mean to be like that, but I know my life, and I know my relationship and everything, and please don't email me about it. You can leave a comment, whatever you think, but just please be kind also, I'll remind you. When Mrs. Stony Ridge, this is the second time she's popped up on the channel in the last month. We've been together about a month now. It's the second time she's popped up on the channel. Her car's been out there, and I've been getting emails from folks and giving me that advice. My heart is guarded for sure, and we both want nothing but the best for each other and in our lives. So let me work this out on my own. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate all the support. So we're in the next field, by the way. We're up here by the pond, and this is where we're going to end our video in just a little bit. I'm going to show you guys the pond, so hang tight. I am on a steep grade right here, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm holding on to the handle right here to keep myself from falling out of the tractor seat. We're in first gear, medium range. And that mower, man, that Woods mower is just kicking butt. I hope some of the folks from Woods are watching right now. It is doing a fantastic job. All right. Sharp turn, I told you. It turns better. Oh, man. I might be in a pinch. I am in a pinch. I got to stop the mower. I'm hanging right at... You guys need to see this. I'm right here. I'm in a pinch. This is a sharp turn, and if I leave the PTO shaft on, it's going to bind up, and it'll go bow, 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 bow. So I've got to wait until the tractor slows down. We'll get out of this pinch real quick here. Cross your fingers with me, guys. We're going to go real slow. We're going to turn real sharp, and we're not going to roll over in the pond. This is where we are. All right. We're in the clear. Got to line up, get straightened out a little bit. So this is the pond. This pond was built in 1961. When I bought the property, it was covered in green slime. It's called duckweed. So you could not see that pond when I bought it, but it's all fixed up now. It looks very good. So ROTC's rule says, as long as it works for you, excuse my hillbilly words, but to heck with everybody else. Yep. That's it. That's it. Fingers crossed. Good luck. My ex and I myself were divorced for 29 years and been back together for 10 years. It's been great. You know, when you're married to somebody for a long time, we were married for 7 years. When you're married to somebody for that amount of time, you become one another. I mean, you become, it's you and her, you know, it's you and your partner, and you become part of one another. And although I lost a bunch of weight, I felt better. I didn't have to argue every night. We were part of one another, and she was part of me and I was part of her, and that part of our lives was missing. So that's why we're back together. Hopefully all this works out. I'm pretty sure it will. as long as we respect each other and we care for each other. I see a problem. Do you see it? You see that tree that's fallen over? You see that power line? We will have a power outage at some point. That would be a great tree to get on the sawmill. So hopefully if it falls down, I can't cut it. Hopefully if it does fall down, I can harvest that and put it on the sawmill. We'll make some 2x4s. So, well guys, thanks a lot for joining me on the Stony Ridge. This is an hour-and-a-half live stream. I didn't even plan to do this today, but I thought I'd take you guys along with me as I mowed and take little Brody. Brody's gone to the house. I've got to mow this pasture right out here. This is 3.5 acres. It's going to take me about an hour and 10 minutes. Then I'm headed home to eat me some supper. So guys, take care. Hit that like button on your way out the door. Please share these videos with like-minded people. And if you're not on the Stony Ridge Farmer live stream channel, just look it up. youtube.com/Stony Ridge Farmer live stream, or look up Stony Ridge Farmer Extra and you'll find that channel. Go subscribe so you get more of this live farm stuff. This is the real-time, real-world stuff that's going on here on the Stony Ridge Farm. And we'll see all you guys in the morning at my church, the farm, with the cows. We'll be moving the cows first thing in the morning with you. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. Woo! Give me a woo! All right.